Two things before I start. My voice is more husky than usual because I'm in the middle of a chest infection, so I apologise for the sound. And secondly, I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas before Keir Starmer bans it. So, the Tories. Does anyone care about the Tories now? I don't know anyone who does. I certainly don't. They're a spent force. They are unelectable. And it's their own fault. They're the different cheek of the same arse. They're the one occupied, of course, by Labour. Now, here's a fact for you. The Tories need Nigel Farage more than Nigel Farage needs the Tories. He doesn't need them at all. He's doing very well for himself as leader of Reform. He's managed to get himself elected as MP for Clacton, and that's the end of it. He has completely squashed any rumours of him joining the Conservative Party. He doesn't need them. So when the Tories have decided yesterday that their enemy is Nigel Farage, it's neither here nor there. Because every leadership contender for the Tory top spot or head honcho have officially banned him from joining them. As if he'd do that anyway now. And not only that, they've decided to blame him for the recent riots. I mean, how stupid is that? It's like watching someone destroying themselves in open view. I mean, it's quite spectacular to watch. The Tories, once the world's most successful ever political party, now reduced to this, and it's their own fault. Now, I think we can all help the Tories slip even deeper into irrelevance by promoting Reform. By the next election, we need to make sure that Reform are in a position to be the official opposition and replace the Tories altogether. I can guarantee you, folks, because of Nigel Farage's popularity and the Reform Party riding high, there will be more people attending the Reform Party conference in September in Birmingham than there will be at the next Tory Party conference, I think. And to blame him for the riots is it's out of the Keir Starmer playbook, isn't it? I told you, they are the other cheek of the same arse occupied by Labour. Nigel Farage had absolutely nothing whatsoever with inciting these riots, the same as Tommy Robinson. Even a leading newspaper, I think it was The Express, that actually did their jobs, looked into Tommy Robinson's social media activity and came to the conclusion and printed that he had absolutely nothing to do with the riots. And he had, in fact, called for peaceful protests, something which the other mainstream media haven't done. Of course, they wouldn't, would they? They need him to be their bogeyman, the same as Nigel Farage. Now, Nigel Farage had a cracking reply when it came to James Cleverly, one of the other clowns hoping to be the next Tory leader, but nobody cares, do they? James Cleverly said that Farage should choose between serious politician or content creator. And Nigel Farage replied with, well, you are neither, which is completely true. Now, if anything, the one person, the one politician who has addressed these recent protests and riots in a statesman-like, adult and mature way is Nigel Farage. Yeah, all right, I don't agree with his stance on Tommy Robinson, but other than that, I think the guy is spot on. He accused the police chiefs of fueling the fire during the riots, and they did, of course by way of two-tier policing. He then went to mention that Keir Starmer poses the biggest threat to free speech we've seen in our history, and he's right there as well. And he also understood why most of the people attended these protests and the underlying issues they were concerned with. Now, Nigel Farage was spotted at a Tory party conference, I believe it was last year, correct me in the comments, and that's when the Tories should have pounced and quite literally bit his hand off, begged him to join them. And I reckon if he did, and he was Tory leader, they'd have won. He might even be Prime Minister. That's how rotten the Tories are. At the moment, he would have saved them. But no, the Tories were too busy being not very conservative and putting themselves and their party before country. And they are doomed. They are doomed to self-destruct, and I'm here for it. And that's why the Tories need Nigel Farage more than Nigel Farage needs the Tories. And that's why they're blaming him for the riots, because both Nigel Farage and Reform are more popular than the Tories, in my opinion. And there we go. I'm Paz49. Thanks for watching. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't. For those of you who have recently subscribed, welcome aboard. You are amongst friends and like-minded people on here. And there we go. I'll see you next time, folks. Roger Trout.